The Rother Matters Appreciative Inquiry is a scrutiny review into the health and well-being of the people in Rother. And the review is where we gather evidence from the people in the community to help inform decisions about building on what's actually working in Rother, making a difference to people's lives and making recommendations to improve on that for the future.
Health is not something that can be done to people. It needs you as individuals, your community and the agencies such as the NHS and social services to work and talk together. This is the first time that we've had a chance to sit down and talk to each other about what is right for this community. Your story is part of a jigsaw. All these stories are equally important. We need all the pieces of the jigsaw to help give the community the same health and happiness as the rest of Chesterfield.
First icebreaker was really to get everybody standing up, meeting somebody new and introducing themselves. And the two questions were what I like about Rother and something magical from my childhood. And the first one was chosen just to start getting people thinking about.
Morning.
Morning.
Your name is?
My name is Gary.
My name is Alan.
Alan.
Good morning.
How are you?
What do you like about Rother? What has motivated you?
What I like about Rother is the Communities at Work project. I think it's very beneficial for people, that are out of work, because it discusses different things on a finance level.
Then we moved on to the timeline, and the idea of that again was to pool our history of Rother, to get a sense that people's personal history is important as well as sort of wider history, to start getting a bit of pride about the area that we're talking about. Before today, we've been going and talking to people in Rother and asking them for their stories of peak experiences.
When I first moved here, I was drinking heavily, and a typical example of my binge drinking would be on a Thursday night, I would drink 15 pints of lager, 10 sambucas, and 12 bottles of VK Blue. And create a more positive future, I decided to attend some groups and activities, which in turn helped me to rebuild my confidence and helped to support me to stop my drinking.
I've been bullied about the way I look and my personality. I've always lacked confidence for most of my life. My brother Liam was kind to me and introduced me to lots of people. I really felt like someone cared about me. My brother also told me to go to the school talent show. I went for it and I got in. I've not missed one since.
You went to the Unlock Centre, that was local people went, and put down on the list, had little flags to stick in a board to what they would like to see in the area. And one of the things was to develop Langer Field. And I'm stood next to this woman and she says to me, we don't want anything doing with this. We want it leaving as it is. I says, well, there isn't any seats on. She says, well, you can put some seats on, but we don't want anything doing with it. So further on in conversation, I said, there's no trees, no shrubs. Well, you can put some plants and trees round. I said,
it was decided to create a community garden. A constituted committee was formed by local volunteers and work commenced on the design of a pond, an orchard, wildlife area and vegetable plots. We are determined to keep the garden open, operating solely by volunteers.
And we got two groups of 4 to join up, and at that point I asked them not only to share what they'd come out with the previous time, but to write on bits of card what they thought were the 5 or 6 most important seeds of success.
There's little things that can make a difference if lots of people get involved.
I got them to go and put the seeds of success on a wall under colours, and we've now got about 6 or 8 seeds of success which give us a sense of what works in Rother. This exercise involved people discussing what they want to create, getting conversations around the table, to sort of get a realistic idea of what future is possible, and getting people to do it in a nice interactive way.
Excuse me, madam.
Hello.
Do you live here?
I do.
Ah, well, you see, I'm thinking of moving here, but
What about the safety here?
Well, it's very safe here. Safe for kids. Kids are playing on the street.
Ah, yeah, I saw a few of them running across the road. They were, and as a car just stopped, got out, and took the kid across the road. I'm amazed by that. I've got some older kids, and they want a little bit of training. I mean, they do this and that, but they've just not quite got some of the skills. Is there anywhere they can go for that?
We've got education places just down there. Can you see it?
Oh,
yeah, that's
yeah.
a field in there. It's run by kids, poor kids.
Really?
Yeah.
Goodness.
They take cars and do them up. And
Wow. I like fresh vegetables.
it's garden centre.
Garden centre.
Yeah, it's just down the road.
Down the road.
Yeah, run by the community.
Community. And the other thing, I'm not very good at cutting my grass. Is there anyone who can help me do that?
Nah, darling, we've just set up a directory. Skills. Community skills.
Right.
If you can't do it, we'll get somebody to do
Really?
it. Volunteers.
Do I have to pay?
No.
Wow, that
No.
sounds fantastic. Now, what else have I got?
Well, if you've got a skill that you can give to somebody else.
I have.
Yeah, we'll put you on.
I can juggle.
No, don't do that.
All right,
No.
okay. All right. The other thing, it's a bit difficult, this one. I haven't got a job.
Well, good job you said that. You're well just up there. Yeah?
Oh, down there,
that
yeah.
Way, yeah, that way. But 200 yards up the road, there's
Yeah.
communities that work.
Oh, that old house at the end?
Yeah, that one
Yeah.
there with the flowers on the front.
Oh,
you know,
and that
nice
lovely.
and clean.
Yeah. Oh, the stained glass windows too. Unusual. Yes, yes. Excellent.
Well, listen, they'll get you jobs.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah,
right,
they'll
okay.
also help if you've got any health issues.
Right, okay, I think you've swung it for me. How do I get here? How can I move here?
Well, we have got our own website.
Right.
Yeah, if you go on the website, we've got our own Facebook account as well.
Facebook?
So if you've got any issues,
Issues.
yeah, people put things on there, anything. Yeah,
Ooh.
how good it is.
Right, is there a waiting list?
There is a waiting list, I'm so sorry, but if
How
you
long?
put your name down,
Yes.
yeah.
6 years, is it?
Council are building, council
I've
actually-
heard that other couple a minute ago saying it was a long list or something,
Yeah,
was
but the council are on about building new houses around here
Ah.
for the community, so people can actually move in.
it? Excellent.
'Cause it's,
Have you got any space in your house? Anyway, that'd be a good
sorry.
idea if you said.
I'll come and
Are
make
you
you a
sure?
cookie
Because I'd
then,
like to
let's
see
go
it.
and have a cookie.
To find out the 3 things that the whole group here think will make the most difference, and that will give the Overview and Scrutiny Committee an idea of what they should actually be recommending to address health inequalities in Rother.
What we want to do initially is map out what services were available in the area and simply produce a catalogue or a list of what there is in Rother. And that also includes people coming from outside Rother into Rother to provide a service here. And with that information, we would then look at what links those organisations together, and therefore how we can develop those links further.
Recognising people's achievements, their contributions to the community, but to round it all off with a big event in the community where everybody's invited, potentially something like a street party, which is out, anybody can come who's in the area, and it's public recognition, so organisations would be involved and they're showing their recognition as well. It might be that organisations can make a nomination for somebody that they think has made a difference. And members of the public as well, they can make their own nominations.
Well, yes, we can put leaflets or these websites, notices on community boards, in shops, that sort of thing. And then it was brought up that, well, people can't always read or don't read, so word of mouth, possibly good.
If somebody's at home sat at home and they're frightened to go out, we would go along with them, holding their hand as a friend. We'd have different categories of buddies. We'd have theme buddies, people that are good at gardening, that go out and help people do the gardens at no cost. It should all be voluntary, doing it because we want to do it and we want to make our community better. Making sure our next door neighbour's okay. Or we know where there's old people, if we haven't seen anybody for a few days, especially in the winter, go and knock on the door, make sure they're all right, having people do that, looking after our own.
Today I think has been very, very useful. I have to say we are a small time project, but we are growing and growing. And I've been put in touch with various people from various agencies who I think can be useful to us and we can be useful to them.
I think today's event's gone very well. It's opened my eyes in meeting new people and realised that as a facilitator I can help then achieve what their goals and aims are in providing things for the Rother community.
But I have enjoyed it. I've enjoyed meeting so many people from different agencies, as well as people that both live and work in the community where I work. So
we're hoping from what we've seen today to get more volunteers to come, to a group. Because we've learned a lot more as well, haven't we, about other groups in the other area.
I think the inspirational stories were good, and I think that it's been good for linking in with other agencies as well. And I hope it does carry on in some form.
To be able to bring the whole system together, to be able to talk to each other and share their ideas about Rother, I think will produce some good outcomes for the work to enable us to build on what's working and get those people to keep those connections and continue to work together in the future.